hearing some of your speeches that you're making to the people in Bhatinda here, you are asking them to vote for a government that works. And you said the BJP government. Prakash Singh Badal is not in a prime ministerial race.
No, not at all. He's never been. He's always wanted to serve the people of Punjab, and there's been no two ways about that. And he's made that very clear. We are supporting the BJP-led NDA government, and we're all hoping that Mr. Modi becomes the Prime Minister. I'm pretty confident that he will. And that's what I'm appealing to the people, that the country cannot afford a weak or a weak Prime Minister or a fractured mandate. You know, it's time we gave the mandate to a nominee for leading the nation who's got a track record of having done something. Otherwise, we have seen last 10 years where the responsibility lies with someone and the power lies somewhere else. And the entire nation has gone totally astray. Nobody's issues are being addressed. So this is not what the country can afford, because frankly, this UPA government has brought the country to such a stage that high fiscal deficit, price rise, inflation, joblessness, where are we heading? We can't afford another 5 years like this. So we need to bring in a decisive government and a leader who can take decisions and take the hard decisions which are needed to take the country forward. That's what the youth needs. I hope, at least in Punjab, that people will come out and take the right decision. I'm pretty confident that they will.
You know, when Modi came to Punjab in his rally recently, he spoke about saying one of the Panch Pyares was from Gujarat.
Yeah.
Lekin Gujarat mein the Sikhs who are living in Kutch, he's displacing them. He talks about Article 370 in
I think you didn't hear before he said that, the first thing he said, that rumors are being spread about Sikhs being displaced. And he says, first of all, I want to tell the nation that every Indian has a right on Gujarat as much as Modi has. Nobody has any less of a right. And I have assured before also that no Sikh farmer is going to be displaced, and I'm repeating and reiterating that today.
But his state government has gone
and
against the Gujarat High Court order to Supreme Court, saying that, you know, this land,
I think there is a slight miscommunication, because what has been happening, I've been speaking to my MPs from Gujarat as well, my colleagues.
Right.
They said what was earlier totally farming land, which is what the Sikhs where they are staying. Now huge landowners are coming there and trying to buy up cheap irrigated land or cheap farming land for commercial purposes.
Correct,
and the government doesn't want that to happen, because obviously they'll get it at pittance and then they'll make huge money out of it. So the government has actively stopped that farmers cannot sell their lands to these big landholders, and that's what the whole issue. No farmer is being displaced. And if any officer even does it, he says, I will take action against and remove the officer, but no farmer will go from there. So I think a chief minister and a prime ministerial candidate announcing that from a stage on national television.
well, Modi's been known to get his facts wrong before.
I don't think in this case, if he gets his facts wrong, we have to first wait for him to be proved that he's done something wrong. It's gone to the court, no farmers been displaced, and if they are, we'll take action after that. You can't start blaming the guy when he's saying, I'm not going to do it. You can't hold a bullet to his head and say, yes, you are doing it.
But his government has moved the Supreme Court. They can go
No, like I said, that they have said that big people from the commercial people cannot come and buy up farming land. That's rural land, farming land cannot be turned into a money-making spree for people who with big commercial interests. That's what they have said. So the farmer cannot sell for that tribe, but they have not said that they are going to take over the
lands.
lands.
One thing on Modi I've noticed, whether in Uttarakhand he sent a plane to get Gujaratis out. So he has this mentality towards Gujarat. How do you expect him to have a pan-India mentality?
No, I think when you are CM of a certain state, obviously you feel towards the people of your own state. It's a very natural thing. So as CM of Gujarat, if he did something...
who wants to be a PM, that's the
No, so it's not as if when he becomes PM, he will not do for the rest of the country. But I think that just goes to show that when as CM, he can feel so much for his people. Once he becomes the national leader, how much he'll feel for his people. You shouldn't think that today, because Mr. Badal is doing in Punjab, he will wish harm for somewhere else. You should just see that if the man is so dedicated towards his own state, he's going to be so dedicated towards the entire country. You should look at the dedication and the will of the person of wanting to serve his people. I think that's what it shows.
Okay,
unlike the government of India's leadership.
Okay, I was just thinking